When you dive into sports betting, it's easy to get swept up by the thrill, the data, and the seemingly endless opportunities to place a bet. But there are deeper, more subtle mechanisms at play within betting apps that keep you in the game longer than you may realize, leading to a cycle of betting behavior that's designed to benefit the house, but not you. While the obvious strategies, like chasing losses or relying on hot tips, are often talked about, there are far more clever, hidden techniques that these apps employ to subtly influence your decisions, and many bettors aren't even aware of them. One of the most effective, yet often overlooked, tactics is the use of variable payout structures. Betting apps, in an attempt to get you to bet more frequently, will alter the payout odds for certain types of bets. On the surface, these odds may look more attractive than they actually are. Some apps cleverly provide odds boosts or enhanced payouts for specific games, but they aren't just offering you an increase in potential winnings. They're manipulating the structure to encourage riskier bets. This is done by offering higher payouts on bets with a lower probability of winning, pushing you to think the odds are in your favor, when in reality, it's just a calculated lure to increase your wagers. This subtle imbalance between risk and reward leads to more frequent losses, with you left chasing after the next boost in an effort to recoup what you've lost. Then there's the disguised loyalty programs, or rather what we should call psychological loyalty traps. These apps seem generous, offering rewards for your betting activity, from points to bonuses and even cash prizes. But the catch is that these loyalty points are often structured in such a way that they create a false sense of achievement. In reality, you're just paying for the reward through higher bets and greater exposure to loss. These programs are designed to keep you coming back, because the more you play, the more you earn, but at a cost. And the worst part, they're often structured in a way that the rewards you receive are effectively just a way to get you to increase your betting volume, not actually help you win more. The more you bet, the higher your level of play, and the more you are pushed into betting more aggressively to reach the next reward tier. Another secret is how betting apps are designed to maximize time on app, subtly pushing you to place bets on games you wouldn't typically consider. Ever notice how these apps constantly recommend live betting on games? This is no accident. Live betting is particularly enticing because it gives you the illusion of being in control of the game as it unfolds. But behind the scenes, apps carefully calculate the odds in real time, adjusting them to account for player behavior, the current score, and betting patterns. By offering you the ability to bet while the game is in motion, the app taps into your desire for instant gratification, making you more likely to place a spontaneous bet. What bettors don't realize is that these live betting options often have lower odds for the same event compared to pre-game betting. The more frequently you bet, the more the app profits. There's also the quiet manipulation of betting fatigue that works in the app's favor. The more time you spend on the platform, the more likely it is you'll place a bet that you didn't intend to, simply because you're worn down by constant exposure to betting options. Apps are designed to keep you engaged with constant updates, notifications, and odds changes. Every time you check your phone, there's something new vying for your attention. A game you can bet on, an event starting soon, or a bet that needs to be locked in before time runs out. This ongoing, relentless bombardment tricks your brain into thinking that betting is a necessary part of your day, even though your original intention may have been to just place a single, thoughtful wager. Over time, this betting fatigue clouds your judgment, causing you to make decisions based on convenience or urgency, rather than strategy or rational thought. A clever but seldom talked about trap is the illusion of insider information. Betting apps and their partners know exactly what information will stir excitement and drive more betting activity. Often, these apps will heavily promote expert picks or insider tips that seem like they'll give you an edge. But here's the catch. These tips are often just well-placed marketing strategies. They're designed to get you to place bets based on what you believe is expert knowledge, when in reality, the tip is just a way to get you to back a certain outcome with high public interest. The odds are adjusted accordingly, so even if you place your bet based on a so-called expert opinion, the house always comes out ahead by taking advantage of collective excitement. Beyond these psychological manipulations, one of the craftiest tools used by betting apps is the geolocation feature. Apps often track your location to tailor promotions based on where you are. The logic behind this is simple. If you're in a location known for a particular sport or team, you're more likely to place bets on that team. This is fine in theory, but the real danger lies in how these apps then serve targeted ads or push notifications about that sport, making you feel like you're missing out on a valuable opportunity if you don't bet. Over time, this creates a feedback loop where the app encourages you to bet more and more on the same types of games, gradually narrowing your betting habits to a limited selection of events, increasing both your risk and the app's profit. The invisible edge that many don't realize is in the math behind the bets. While it's easy to get lost in the excitement, every bet you place is effectively helping the house. Betting apps typically employ algorithms that take into account your past behavior, the time of day, and the type of bet you're likely to make. They adjust odds in real time, shifting them to encourage action when they see you're getting too cautious or too eager. Essentially, the odds are not static. They're constantly fluctuating based on user behavior and the app's ability to predict your next move. This is why no matter how much information you consume or how lucky you feel, the odds are always subtly skewed in favor of the house. Lastly, there's the social pressure embedded within the app's design. Many apps encourage you to share your bets with friends, post about your wins, or even engage in friendly competitions with other users. This creates a social feedback loop that encourages continued betting. After all, no one wants to look like a loser in front of their friends. Social betting pressures you to keep playing, even when you might have reached your financial limit. It taps into the need for validation and approval from your peers, all while ensuring that you stay on the app for longer periods, increasing your likelihood of making more bets. This social element is often the last thing you notice when you're too busy enjoying the game or engaging with your peers. The real key to avoiding these hidden traps is to understand how deeply these apps are designed to pull you in. The odds are stacked against you, but with awareness and a strategic approach, you can reclaim some of that control. Recognizing the subtle tactics used to manipulate your decisions can help you break free from the cycle of impulsive betting. Stay vigilant, set strict limits, and always remember that the true winner in this game is the platform, not the bettor. The smarter you are about these tactics, the better your chances are of keeping your sports betting experience both fun and controlled.